in this video, we are going to talk about why your brand isn't bringing you the right clients or any clients right now. In case you're new here, my name is Desi and I'm about to blow your mind. Before we get into today's video, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you like, well, maybe don't like it yet because you don't know if you do, but do subscribe. Do subscribe. You've been warned. If you don't, terrible things are going to happen in this world. Like, well, that was pretty convincing. Now let's get into it because today's video is about a concept called brand judgments. So what the hell are brand judgments? It's actually pretty simple. These are the perceptions that your prospective clients are currently at this very moment forming about your brand, the quality of your brand, the credibility of your brand. So this is all about making sure you have consistently positive brand judgments, such as perceptions of, like I said, high quality and credibility, because this strengthens the overall meaning of your brand. Now, there are four main ways to achieve this. The first one is through a consistent message. The second way is through a consistent and powerful visual identity and creative direction, things like making sure that your visuals don't look low quality. The third way is consistently delivering high quality, aka do what you're saying you're going to do. Okay. And the fourth thing, which I want to discuss with you in this video, is transparent communication. So let's dive into it because this is not talked about enough. Everyone focuses on the first three. No one talks about this. So this is where I really believe it's vital to help your potential clients be as educated as possible about you and about your offer. And this will not only get you only the right people into your clients, but if you've ever had refund requests or people opening chargebacks, this will significantly reduce those, if not eliminate them. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, we take our time when we invite people into whatever the offer is. If it takes 40 minutes, it takes 40 minutes. The second thing is we take our time explaining each of the bonuses. If you are one of these people like me who loves throwing in bonuses when people are buying something. The third way is, and this is my favorite thing ever, we do a walkthrough of exactly what they are getting when they buy from us. So here's where I like sharing my screen and walking them through. If there's modules, I'll show them the modules. I'll show them the bonuses as well if they're pre-recorded. If there's a community attached to the offer, like for instance, if it's a membership, like my membership BBS, I will show them our Telegram channel. I'll show them the Facebook group. I'll show them the trainings they have access to. I'll show them the call calendar to see what sessions we have coming up, etc. So don't be afraid to do this. People worry that you're gonna reveal too much, but there's no such thing in this case. It's not like you're going to show them. It's not like you're playing them the videos, and spending hours there being like, okay, so this is my video on rebranding. Let's sit and watch it for 30 minutes. Of course not. We're just giving them an overview. The fourth thing is show them the process of buying. So being transparent with your sales process and being upfront about your sales process, in my opinion, is crucial. I don't know why more people don't do this. So I like to either pre-record a video on this or share my screen as I'm delivering the pitch/invitation. And I like to tell people, okay, here's a sales page. When you click join now, or when you click get access now, this is the next page that opens. These are the payment options. This is the paying full with the bonuses. Here's what the bonuses are. I like to even, because I have a global audience, maybe like you do, I like to tell them what it is in dollars and British pounds, each of the prices of the payment plans, etc. And I don't overcharge on payment plans, which technically it's illegal in some places. So people really love that. So highly advise that you do the same. So people want to see not just what they're actually buying, but they want to see any vagueness needs to be removed of how they are going to get to the point where they are finally accessing it. So that few seconds or few minutes between them entering their card number or their PayPal account and getting access to what they paid for, they want to know what happens in that moment of time. So how quickly do they get access to everything? Is there an onboarding process, or do you just throw them into everything? So for instance, for my membership BBS, people need to be told upfront multiple times that, hey, once you fill out the application, because we are application based, we will take up to 48 hours to send you a response because we have to view everything. Once you get a response, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get an email, you're going to get a link, etc., etc. So You can record this as a pre-recorded video and stick it at the top of your sales page. I love that. I record usually a 10 to a 15-minute video. You'll be surprised how many people watch it. And that includes both a screen share of the offer itself and of the entire sales process. Now, another part of helping people be as educated as possible about your sales process is being immediately transparent about your prices. I know this is a very controversial conversation in the online business space, which is really sad. It really shouldn't be. People should know our prices, period. Okay. So, for instance, if people ask you about the price of something, do you make them wait and then get on a discovery call with them, then pitch them for 40 minutes before you tell them? Or is the price just visible on your website and on your sales page? So I make sure my prices are visible on every single sales page, and I also mention them in my content here and there. Not only because, for instance, higher ticket prices can prime your audience and build authority, so that when you introduce something lower ticket, they're in way faster. But also because it repels the people who just think it's too high for them and then attracts those who are ready to play at that level. Something that works amazingly well connected to this topic is free trials. A lot of people worry that it will cheapen their brand, destroy their credibility. But it really does depend on what kind of free trial you're offering, what's the goal, and how it's done. So you can't decide something cheapens your brand because that's a very generic way of looking at it. You have to remember risk reversal is what we're after here. It's absolutely crucial. The safer you make your audience feel, the higher the chance that they're going to want to work with you. And obviously, there's things you can implement for risk reversal, like money back guarantees, for instance. And for some industries, they're even vital. But a free trial is also a viable option. And I would say that rather than free, maybe a $1 trial could work even better. My clients do both. I haven't seen significant differences, but if it was me, I would probably make it a $1 trial just to eliminate people who are literally only in for the free stuff. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, but if I do a free trial, what if they just come in and they access all my stuff for free and then they cancel and they got all of this stuff for free? I've heard this so many times. And okay, on one hand, valid-ish concern, but you have to understand that if someone wants to access your stuff without paying, they can find a way to do that. Okay. So my question to you is, what's the better option here? You living in fear and worrying about the 0.1% of people who are out there to get you and to screw you over by doing this? Or should you be focusing your time on your actual paying clients? Just a question. Other than trials, to build credibility and trust in an offer and to achieve positive brand judgments, I would say if you have a program like my recurring revenue program, for instance, which is a combination of a pre-recorded course and live videos that I deliver in the support group every week, or if you have a membership like my membership BBS, I do weekly mastermind calls. You can invite the public instead of a free trial. We can invite the public to one of these live sessions, and then at the end of the live session, invite them to join the membership to get access to the next sessions coming up. So again, the bottom line is just risk reversal. You have to make your audience feel as safe as possible. God knows enough people make them feel the opposite of that. But if you feel like a gamble even a little bit, you will not get that client. There's an interesting thing that I would like to mention here, and that's the online world is great, right? I've run my business online for many years and I love the online space at times, but there's something to be said for people who are not afraid to show up for their brand and their business in person. So for example, me, I love hanging out with my clients, with potential clients. I live in London, so I organize all kinds of in-person events. I organize social events as well. So with my membership clients, we've gone to escape rooms, we go dancing, we have jumped into ball pits together, don't ask. We've seen cabarets together. And we absolutely love it. It's amazing for bonding because I see myself as not just a facilitator of connections. I see myself as a facilitator of relationships in my business. And these types of things really help people connect, not just with me, but with each other. And that's huge. That's what makes a community successful, you know? But also I love running retreats. So I actually travel with my clients. If you're in my mastermind, Rain, I actually do retreats once a year in England and once a year abroad. So I ran one in 2024 in my home country of Bulgaria. And all of my clients flew out there with me for an entire week. from all over the world, from the US and from England. And it was incredible. And I think it really, there is something to be said for people who are not afraid to do that versus people who only exist in the entire world, in the entire world, in the online world, and that's the only place they interact with clients. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you if you're doing that, because I know it also depends on maybe where you live, etc. But I didn't even live in England. I was living in Thailand, I was living in Edinburgh, I was living in Malta, and I was still flying out here and in other places to be with people in person. So something for you to think about, because it adds an extra layer of credibility. I mean, I've seen people who run these really successful businesses and they run retreats and in-person events that they never show up for. There was even a woman who runs VIP days that she charges $20,000 for, and she sends her assistant to run them for her because she's trained her. That to me is incredibly disturbing. I would never pay a dime to someone who's so afraid to step out of her house and hang out with a client in person. It makes me wonder what is wrong with you. Are you AI? Like what's going on here? So transparency, whether that's with your prices, whether that's with your relationships with clients and not being able to step out of your house and show yourself in public, whether that's with what exactly your sales process is or what's your offer. I think transparency is the number one way to achieve positive brand judgments and to position yourself as the safe choice. So to recap, the four main ways to form positive brand judgments are a consistent message, a consistent and powerful and high quality visual identity and creative direction, consistently delivering on what you promise, and transparent communication, darling. And that is all I wanted to talk to you about today. So now you can hit like on this video, you can hit subscribe, and share me with your people. Share me with anyone who needs to hear this. I don't want to be your dirty little secret, as fun as that sounds, okay? Talk soon.